we got to cover the NBA real quick. We got two topics on the NBA. One, they're talking about shortening the quarters to 10 minutes instead of 12. So instead of a 48-minute ball game, you got a 40-minute ball game, correct? Shortening it down. And the NBA broadcast games are usually 2 hours and 15 minutes. That'll cut that down. Sponsorships goes down. Ad goes down. Viewership goes up. What do y'all think about that? Players play longer?
Let me say this to it, man. You know, as games evolve, rules have to change. You know, I was alive when there was no three-point line. You know, I've seen illegal defense come and go. Shot clock variations come and go. The one thing I would only ask if the NBA were to do this, we've got to be more, like I'm in the NBA, like I'm Adam Silver or something. We got to be more like baseball. You're going to have to start categorizing these records and when they took place. You can't sit here and take minutes off the clock and then let somebody else score this many points and say they broke the record. You know, it's almost like, shout out to Saquon Barkley and what he did this year with the 2,000 plus, but O.J. Simpson did it in 12 games. Eric Dickerson did it in 14 games. You do it in 17 games. It's not the same damn record. So if you want to shorten the game, if you want to add a three-point line and move it back and move it closer, if you want to raise the rim, 6 inches because everybody can dunk now, do what you do. But you have to have, starting now, these are the records and those were the records then. You can't have some guy, playing less minutes in a game and hitting just as many threes and saying he got it now. No, he don't. Mm-hmm. That's my only problem.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on in the NBA, man. First of all, we never cared about the 12-minute quarters because they were scoring less. But when they put more of an emphasis on not defense and start scoring more, what they didn't realize is that we that people really like the spirit of competition more than anything. Yeah. Like, we like the fact that people worried how hard it was to score back in the day. The fights that you did see back in the day, because, bro, you fouled me too hard. You fouled me like that. You touched me like that again. It's going to be something. Like, well, that's gone. It's like, everybody's homeboys, right? You don't see a lot of those that tough physical play because they're shooting the ball from 45 feet. And that's what these kids want to do. The tough kids are playing football now. I mean, to be honest, every now and then you see a throwback, like Isaiah Collier, throwback, Scoot Henderson, throwback, like outside of the way they're built. Usually those guys with those type of body types, they're not going to the NBA no more. They playing outside linebacker or they playing free safety. And I think that the NBA wants to there's two things I think they can do. A, if you're gonna shorten the games, then play a series like baseball does. Do something different. Maybe one-on-one something, and then two, less games. Like, everybody, when people watch the NBA in April, in April, maybe a little bit late March, but we'll watch the playoffs, we'll watch the finals. But now, like, it's so much stuff I can say wrong with the NBA. They changing all the jerseys. You turn on the game, you don't know who playing who.
Like, what is that?
Like, who is this team?
The courts, like you,
Of course, look like NBA Street game we used to play back in the day.
And they're doing all that, Dukes, as you articulated very well. They're doing all that because viewership is down, but they're not addressing the reason viewership is down. That's because it's not a competitive product. It's too easy to score. There's too many games throughout the week. Man, I remember being down here in Jackson, having season tickets up to the Memphis Grizzlies, and had this thing with my kids that whoever had the best grades for the first 2 9 weeks, the fall semesters, we going courtside for the Memphis Grizzlies game, the MLK game. And back then, the Grizzlies and whoever they played were the only MLK game. No other games were played that day. Man, now it's like 20 damn games that day, man. It's even watered down the MLK celebration. There's nothing special about the one in Memphis anymore. It's just too damn much, and it's too soft, and it's not competitive. But I just say to the commissioner, if you are going to do this or any other changes, you have to also separate the records that were accomplished during those changes.
Exactly.
Agreed.
I was going to say early reports from this season is showing that a 19% decrease in average viewership across ABC, ESPN, and TNT. Approximately 1.4 million viewers, down from 1.6 million in 2023, 2024. Is it because of the increased three-point shooting, competition from other sports, like the overlapping from major events like the NFL season and the World Series? What do y'all think is the main reason for it? Is it the gameplay or just people not watching the NBA?
I think every reason has an impact, but the biggest reason is the gameplay. I think it's just a soft product now. It's not a competitive product. Man, I can remember looking forward to All-Star Weekend because of the 3-point contest, the dunk contest, and a competitive ass game against superstars. They done had to change that game up so much because jokers don't want to play defense or compete. You know, it used to mean something. And whether you got to get the money up, get the home court advantage for whoever wins it up, I don't know what you got to do to get the competitive back, but no one even cares about the All-Star break anymore because it's trash. It's just, you know, skills.
Isn't it going on now, or isn't it going on like the skills challenge or something? I thought I saw on YouTube the skills challenge just went on.
Pro Bowl is the same way. NFL views are up, but the Pro Bowl is horrible now. Man, they play flag football. I remember jokers out there still headhunting in the Pro Bowl.
Sean Taylor, remember he smashed that punter who he smashed one. So I think, you know, all of that stuff changed probably after that big hit. They like, we gotta protect the players. After like a player like LeBron James saying, I'm not going to participate in the dunk contest, so that brings the value level down because he's not going to.
Used to get in the dunk contest to get paid, as in get endorsements and get a shoe deal. Well, now when I got a damn shoe deal and all this money, what am I gonna risk that for losing this dunk contest?
Exactly.
I ain't getting in that.
Risk versus reward nowadays. You know, it's like if I go here and I don't win the dunk contest and I'm LeBron James, what is that going to do to my brand?